Hey, change makers. My name is Lindrea Reynolds. I am the CEO of LR Brand Consulting. I'm also the host of the Next Level Brand Behavior podcast. And my personal mission is to help personal and business brands leverage their superpowers so that they can positively impact society. I'm so excited to be sharing this platform with you all today, and I really hope you're enjoying your Policy Circle experience. Today, I'll share a sneak peek into the conversation that I recently had with Ms. Ashanti Johnson, a health and mental fitness expert. When we know when we're building our personal brands, we have to make sure that they're sustained, right? They have to be built from the inside out. So often as women, we're focused on so many different things. We have so many tasks. We're managers of everything, right? We're managers of the household. We're managers of our schedules. We're managers at our businesses, our places of employment. We're managers of relationships. But oftentimes we neglect managing ourselves and managing our health, our mental and physical health. It's called self-love, right? And we can't continue to thrive and grow in this society or even change lives or change perspectives if we're not taking care of ourselves. We have to make sure we're managing our brand from the inside out. That's what next level brand behavior is. And that's the heart of personal brand development. We have to make sure we're building sustainable brands that will also be different, right? That would also be relevant, but it has to be sustained first, right? So I'm excited to share this conversation with you all today. I hope you feel inspired. And if you want to listen to the entire conversation, which will launch later on this year, be sure to subscribe to the Next Level Brand Behavior podcast. Until next time, be you and shine. I'll tell you a little bit about Ashanti, but I want her to talk a little bit more about herself when she tells us her creative love story. So she is a mental fitness expert, and I can attest to that. She is 100% a mental fitness expert. She is the founder and chief visionary officer of 360 Mind, Body, and Soul here in Chicago. And she is all about breaking barriers to mental and physical fitness. And she's also a TEDx speaker. And if you have not seen her TEDx talk about the power of visualization, you are missing out. And it's had almost 1 million views. So tell me, or tell us, what's your creative love story?
Got mine in accounting, and I was really good at it. I graduated cum laude, but I hated it. Every single day was the same exact work, like closeout period in, and then you start it all over again. And so I realized that wasn't my journey. And I had the opportunity to move to Chicago at 22. And up until that point, I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and I was just miserable. I was trying to lose this weight, and I was in this career now, and I was just like, I was making really good money. I was making 6 figures, and I was driving my little Lexus truck, at 22, and I would pull up to work every day and literally think to myself, like, this can't be all that life is about. Like this, it can't just be work and then I got some like cool stuff. I like something in me is just not fulfilled at all. Yeah. So I made the move at 22. I moved for love at the time. And, when I got at like 2 months in after getting here, I lost 30 pounds and I wasn't even trying. Like I was exploring the new city that I was in. I was in love. I was exploring the food. I was eating real bacon, Lindrea. I hadn't done in like years, and I found that I was like feeling liberated in a different kind of way. And I was kind of reinventing myself at the same time. And I took a job in sales, which is much more suited for my personality. And I lost this weight. And like I said, I was sometimes doing 4 hours of fitness in LA, maybe 2, 3, 4 times a week. Whereas here I was doing like once a week and I dropped it. It didn't make sense. So I started getting like serious and researching what happened to me because I was not following any of the rules. And I realized that I was undergoing my own sort of mindset shift. Instead of looking at myself as a person with a weight problem, every time I look in the mirror, I go straight to my thighs and start downing myself. I was in this brand new city that I felt embraced by. I was lost in the culture. I was in love. Like a part of myself had sort of like a switch had went off on the inside of me that just made me a happier, more vibrant, more liberated person. And that in itself, hormonally, made me feel really safe to the point where my body told my brain told my body release the extra weight, because that's really what weight is. It's just protection. It's literally like armor that you put on when you're holding your breath, because you're scared or you feel anxious a lot, right? You can't get it. You can't get this constant flow of oxygen to your brain. Your brain says it's equivalent to like the saber-tooth tiger is chasing you, right?
Yeah.
So when the tiger is chasing you, that is not the time that your brain's going to tell your body release calories and release water and release extra fat. It's like, no, listen, we need all the calories, we need all the sugars, we need all you guys so we can get the heck out of here. Ready,
Yeah.
set, go, right? So I just sort of relaxed something within myself, and the weight came off. I wasn't even trying. That's how it started. That's why I called it 360 mind, body, and soul. You have three parts of yourself. You're not just a walking head, right? Like most of us, live our life like that. We just drag our body with us. We're just thinking all throughout the day. We have no awareness of how the bottom of our feet feel or how our stomach is even feeling. We don't ask ourselves, am I hungry? We just think it's dinner time. I got to eat. Oh, I just woke up. Even though I'm not hungry this morning, they say, right, I'm supposed to eat. Well, that's not true for everybody.
Right.
And so my tagline is return you to you. And as you start to watch yourself and as you start to continue to be aware of your emotionality, a lot of us don't have any idea how we feel. We don't even want to know how we feel. We rather numb it, suppress it, avoid it, ignore it. And it will manifest in some sort of way, whether it be exhaustion or full-blown disease or, just negative beliefs and lack of confidence in yourself. So again, it's really about this mental work. If whatever you will only do what you believe long term, because the definition of a belief is what's true and what's real, right? So if you have negative beliefs about your ability, your potential, what's possible, then we got to start there.
I've heard the definition of fit in so many different ways. And so I love to know, how do you, like, in the most simplest way, how would you define being fit? Like, what does that look like, knowing that we have so many things going on in the world today, and we're bombarded with stuff. I'm not even going to get deep into it, but we have mental and physical things going on with our bodies. And so what does it look like to be fit?
That's a good question, Lindrea. It's going to take me a little while to answer in this the most simplest way. I guess the simplest the word, if I were to put a word on it, it would be holistic, right? There's not any one area, because your body could be fit, but your mind, right, could be totally still in comparison, still perfectionistic in its approach. You could be the epitome of somebody's body goals, but you see a little piece, a little pocket, right, that you're still after with like maniac sort of like
Obsession.
strategies, try to go right, trying to go after it. So it's not as simple as your body. I think that a healthy level of what I call mental fitness is important always for the rest of our lives, because mental fitness, the definition of that that I use, is your ability to question your own beliefs and thoughts on a regular basis. Because, I've been through a number of mindset trainings and certifications and things, and the one that sticks out, the biggest sort of like strategy that like sort of blew my mind was how when something happens, there's what happened, but then there's the story that we tell ourselves about what happened, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, I remember I had a client who was working for CPS, and she was torturing herself with thoughts about how she was inadequate because she was monitoring a test process with like the scantrons and stuff. For it wasn't like NWBE or like the standardized test, it was another one. It was something that just their school was doing, so it wasn't as important. And she she ran the scantrons through the machine incorrectly. And a lot of kids' parents, um, they found out, right? And the parents, had a major problem with it. She didn't get fired or anything because they just redid it and everything was fine. But she was torturing herself behind not being, careful. And she was telling herself that, she wasn't worthy of even holding a position on this level, right? Right. Yeah, we've all been there and done something that, we're not maybe the most proud of, right? So let's just dissect that for a second. What happened? She put the test scantrons through the machine incorrectly. Like that's it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what happened. And
That's
then
the
what else
reality.
happened? What's that?
I said that's the reality.
That's
That's
a reality. That was an accident. She made it. She had an accident. And then what happened? They found out and then they corrected it, and all the students went where they were supposed to go, grade wise.
yeah.
That's what happened. What
Yeah.
is the story that she told herself, right?
Mhm.
I'm not worthy. Parents don't like me anymore. Um, Nobody will trust me ever again in CPS. I need to be more careful. I'm not. All of these things about what she's not. And what does the story do? What are the what's the anatomy of a story? There's characters. There's a plot.
Yeah.
There's the storyline. There's a beginning and an end,
Yeah.
right? So you are a character in your stories,
Yeah.
and so are other people. So what do? We demonize other people.
People are villains.
People are villains, right? We become either the heroes or the martyr or the victim, right? And it has major impact. The story of what happened doesn't really have that much impact, but the what really happened, but the story has major impact. You start to doubt yourself, you start to lose confidence in yourself, you start to lose trust in yourself. You think she's going for a promotion anytime soon? Like on her own flourishing? No. Like she would completely shrink herself, right? So it's the story because she's bought into a belief that she's not worthy anymore. And until we undo that, like good luck trying to move from there. So mental fitness is constantly questioning like what happened? And what am I telling myself? And then admitting that thing to yourself. Like this is it. This is all that happened. And sometimes you might need to go and give another apology or two, but what do? We don't do that. We shrink, we, pout, we talk stuff about other people to shift blame. Like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I would say a healthy level of mental fitness, definitely physical working out and feeding your body nutrition. Working out is the act of beating your body up. Like, let's be clear about that, okay? Every time we're doing jumping jack squats, bicep curls, leg lifts, chest presses, you're putting damage to your body. So then you have to eat well to really rejuvenate everything and, make sure that all the nutrients repair your body. So I would say between those three things, mind, body, and soul, that's really what it's all about. And have a healthy love for others, right? Have a
That's
healthy
good.
mutual respect for others and consideration. I think that's my definition of fitness. That's a good question.
How does visualization play a part in all of that?
It makes it so much easier. It makes the work easier. That's it. That's really the most
Yeah.
simplistic purpose and purpose of visualizing it. If you can see what it looks like, then you will have all of your answers along the journey. It's hard enough to do the work, let alone if you got to figure out what to do, right?
Right. Right.
Visualizing just makes it like, oh, okay, I know in order to get, because I've seen it, I know what it looks like for me. So in order to get there, I know I have to do this thing.
Oh, I feel good after speaking to you. So I know that someone was inspired today.